Her underwear has nasty holes.
Quinn was in shock as his ex-girlfriend Scarlett raked her X-ray vision over his new girlfriend's body. They were all standing in line at the superhero arena, waiting to be seated for the annual awards ceremony.
Shut the hell up, Scarlett. This is Penelope.
Penelope was a mousy young woman with a pretty face, but no makeup or fancy clothes. Scarlett flipped her flame-colored hair back.
Why are you even here, Quinn? You don't have powers, and I'm sure this little slut Penelope doesn't either.
Penelope's eyes filled with tears.
Why are you so mean? Because supers like me risk our lives to protect you weaklings from the invaders. And you do nothing.
Penelope burst into tears and took off running, leaving Quinn with Scarlett.
You're such a bitch, Scarlett.
I know. And you still want to make love to me, don't you, you little powerless loser?
Quinn shook his head with disgust.
I wouldn't touch you with Cyclone's 10-foot Johnson.
Been there, done that. But I don't associate with powerless chumps like you anymore.
Little did she know, Quinn held a secret that might change her mind and the planet forever. But in the meantime, Quinn took off running and caught up to Penelope, who was crying in the parking lot. Quinn stepped around two superheroes who shot like bullets from the sky and landed with a thud on the pavement.
Out of the way, loser!
Quinn finally sat next to Penelope on the curb. He hugged her shoulder.
Don't listen to Scarlett. She's just jealous.
It's not just her. It's how we're treated by these assholes. They make us feel like dirt. Can I ask you something?
Of course. Whatever you want.
Penelope squeezed his hands and stared deep into his eyes.
What happened between you and Scarlett?
Quinn's head slumped. He knew this moment was coming. He and Penny had been dating for almost 6 months. He didn't have anything to hide, but he hated reliving those hellish times with Scarlett. He swallowed a lump in his throat and then began.
It all started in calculus class. She couldn't understand quadratic equations, so I taught her. After a few weeks, we kissed. But she hated how I couldn't fly, bend metal, or see through walls.
How did you break up?
Do we have to talk about that?
I need to know.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you.
Quinn felt himself transported back to a 7-Eleven store in the financial district. He felt the ice-cold air conditioning that was always pumped in. He smelled the cheap coffee brewing, the day-old hot dogs perspiring on the rotisserie.
I was doing my usual night shift as a delivery guy. Scarlett and I had argued earlier that night. I gave her an iPhone 14 as a gift, but she wanted the iPhone 15 and was upset. She said my phone would be very embarrassing to carry around in front of her friends.
Penny held up a hand to interrupt Quinn's story.
Wait, she complained about getting an iPhone as a gift?
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, that night, she texted me to ask if I was doing my usual shift, and I said yes. A few minutes later, the store got a call from the Sheraton Hotel. Someone wanted 10 packs of condoms and 2 packs of tissues delivered to a room there. The hotel is nearby, and we get delivery orders now and then. I packed up the stuff and reached the room.
Quinn sighed as the images from that night flashed before his eyes. He felt the elevator hum upwards. Each ding of the floors, Penelope squeezed his hand, and Quinn continued.
When I arrived at the room, I knocked, and the girl who opened the room was Scarlett. She was wearing a robe, and her wet hair cascaded down her shoulders. She had just taken a bath. For a split second, I thought that she had planned a surprise for me. And that's when I saw someone emerge naked from the bathroom. It was Cosmos. Droplets of water beaded on his muscles. I turned to Scarlett, and she was smiling. There was a sadistic pleasure in her eyes. That's when I realized she had planned all of this. She told me I was too weak for her. She needed a superhero like Cosmos. I was shaking. I didn't know what to say or what to do. Cosmos lifted Scarlett and dropped her on the bed as she giggled. He walked back to me, took the package from my hands, tore it open, and dangled the strip of 10 condoms in front of me.
I am going to use all of these on your girlfriend tonight. Oops, sorry, I meant my girlfriend.
He laughed and pushed me out of the door. I swear to God, Penelope, I wanted to end him and Scarlett in that very moment. But I didn't say a word, because I had a secret to protect.
Secret? What secret?
Quinn was about to tell her when he heard the eruption of noise from the nearby arena. Horns blared. An announcer's voice boomed over the loudspeakers. They were about to begin the ceremony.
I'll tell you later. Can we go back in?
Penelope looked into his eyes, searching for something. She looked at him skeptically, but she nodded.
Fine, let's go.
If she only knew his secret, she might not go with him. But it was too late for that. They rushed to the arena's gates, scanned their tickets, and were soon inside. The seats were packed with close to 50,000 people. They were there to see who would be crowned as the next batch of certified superheroes and defenders of the planet. It was an exciting day for everyone, except as Quinn and Penelope took their seat. They realized they were in the same section as Scarlet and several of her superhero buddies. Quinn heard Scarlet talking with them.
Damn, Quinn's girlfriend sure is ugly.
Quinn felt Penelope tense up. She could hear it too.
Ignore them, Pen. They're just jealous.
He put his arm around Penelope's shoulder, but he could feel her shaking.
Quinn, you're a fool. You can hardly afford to buy food for yourself, and even so, you still try to pick up girls.
Scarlet said as she smiled sinisterly. Quinn couldn't stand it anymore. He wanted to teach them all a lesson, but what could he do? That's when loud music came from the stage. In the midst of all this, all Penelope could think about was the secret that Quinn was going to reveal to her during dinner. She wondered what it could be. It was still 30 minutes to dinner. Suddenly, they were interrupted by the announcer, an MC who ran to a stage in the middle of the arena.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 74th Annual Superhero Awards Ceremony. We have an exciting evening in store for you. I'd like to welcome to the stage the nominees for this year's most amazing superheroes.
The announcer listed off the names: Vortex, Gigantor, Quantum Jr., Scarlet, and a handful of others. Everyone in the stands clapped and cheered, except for Quinn and Penelope.
Of course Scarlet is up there.
Who's your favorite of the others?
Vortex.
Same. He's amazing.
But then the announcer hushed the crowd.
We have one more nominee this year. It's a last-minute addition because there was a mysterious battle last night. Several Dalkey invaders tried to slip past our radar. Here, see for yourself.
Quinn, Penelope, and the entire audience watched as footage from drones played on the stadium's gigantic screen. They captured multiple vantage points of 4 gigantic orc-like beasts emerging through a swirling portal above an icy glacier. The beasts were as big as jumbo jets, with snarling fangs and evil, dead eyes. They were armed with flaming swords and plasma launchers as big as missiles.
Holy shit.
She gripped Quinn's arm so tightly that his fingers went numb. The audience in the stadium let out a collective gasp.
If these 4 monsters made it to New York City, London, Delhi, and Beijing, the world would be destroyed in a matter of days. But they didn't make it far.
Suddenly, a blast of light appeared on the horizon. It must have been traveling at least 7 times the speed of sound because it rocketed into the frame, piercing through one of the orcs, who let out a horrific scream and fell, bleeding to the ice. The other 3 beasts rallied and fought the tiny ball of light. Compared to the orcs, it looked about the size of a bumblebee. But when a drone zoomed in, Quinn could see it was a glowing human. It was a hard-fought battle as the orcs swung their swords and axes at the glowing defender. But he got the best of each one of them, slipping past their defenses, slicing off arms and legs, and finally piercing through the orcs' brains. In a matter of minutes, the orcs lay decimated on the ice. Some were decapitated. Others bled out through jugular veins or severed arms. The streaking ball of light hovered over the bodies for a moment, and then blasted off toward the horizon again, disappearing in what felt like a nanosecond. After that, the drone footage went dark. The entire arena let out a giant cheer that vibrated the structure into the seats. Quinn and Penelope joined in.
That was amazing.
Wow.
From the stage in the middle of the stadium, Scarlet whooped.
That's why superheroes are the best. Screw you, Quinn and Penelope, or whatever your name is. You're useless in defending our planet.
Other spectators had different comments, and most of them focused on who was that glowing hero. Everyone looked around at the superheroes on stage and seated in the stadium. Most of them shrugged their shoulders at each other. They looked as surprised as anyone else. Whoever attacked those beasts was one of the most powerful heroes to exist ever.
Please unveil yourself, mystery hero. come down and receive your prize and recognition.
Scarlet nudged her new boyfriend, Cosmos.
Come on, baby. Go ahead. It must have been you, right?
Not me, Bae. Whoever that is, he's in a league of his own.
Soon the murmurs grew louder and louder. People looked concerned. Why would no one claim credit for one of the most heroic battles in Earth's history?
What's going to happen?
I don't know.
This could shake up the whole world.
Yeah.
Quinn mumbled, a 1,000-yard stare in his eyes. Suddenly, he stood up and started walking toward the stage.
What are you doing, Quinn? Where are you going?
He glanced back at her with a mysterious and dark look.
I have to handle something.
This is hardly the time to get back at Scarlet.
She ran after him, but Quinn had a head start. He was almost to the bottom of the stands. The stage was ahead of him. He marched across the stage as the announcer was still beseeching the crowd.
Come on, folks. Someone needs to step forward to claim credit. If not, the whole world will be in chaos.
Already, people in the crowd were shoving and arguing. It was Cosmos. No, it was Zenith. You idiots, it was Violet. Just as things were about to spiral out of control, Quinn scrambled up the stairs of the stage with Penelope hot on his heels. Scarlet noticed them first.
What the hell are you doing here, loser?
Scarlet, shut up. It doesn't concern you. Or maybe it does.
Penelope finally caught up to Quinn and tried to turn him around.
Let's go, Quinn.
Oh, and you brought that little weirdo.
People in the arena noticed the commotion on stage and started to point. A hush fell over the crowd.
Who is this?
Scarlet stepped forward, ready to spit venom and berate Quinn.
Nobody. An ex of mine. He's clearly still obsessed with me.
This has nothing to do with you, you selfish psycho. This is about the fate of the world.
Scarlet's face twisted in anger.
Security! Get this nobody off the stage!
Even Penelope looked with concern at Quinn.
Quinn, honey, let's go.
That's when the announcer stepped into the fray.
Why are you up here, young man? If you want a photo with Scarlet and Cosmos, you can wait until after the ceremony.
Quinn shook his head at the man.
I don't want a photo with these goons.
Then why are you here?
Quinn took a deep breath.
Because it was me.
He said softly, so quietly that his voice was swallowed by the crowd's murmur.
What did you say?
Yeah, what was that?
I said it was me.
Quinn screamed, loud enough that it was picked up by the announcer's microphone and reverberated through the arena. What? Everyone exclaimed. Everyone looked at him with a strange expression of confusion, disbelief, and pity. This kid must be crazy, they thought. He was skinny as a rail. He had no powers. It couldn't be him.
Quinn, honey, let's go. You must need some sleep.
I'm fine. This is my destiny. Penelope, I'm sorry I wasn't totally honest with you.
Penelope's brow furrowed in confusion.
What do you mean?
Quinn stepped over to her and hugged her.
I'm not a powerless weakling. That was me in the footage. I might be the most powerful hero on the planet.
Penelope was speechless.
What? How could that be? And why didn't you tell me?
I know. I'm sorry. It's complicated.
Penelope searched his eyes and realized he was being truthful, or at least as far as she could tell.
Okay. I believe you.
But that's when Scarlet rushed across the stage and shoved them apart.
You little piece of shit! There's no way you have powers. I wasted a year of my life on you, and you had no powers. Tell the truth. Why are you trying to steal the show?
Scarlet, I promise you, I'm not trying to steal the show. This is real. Something has changed.
But Scarlet pressed on.
You're jealous of us with superpowers. You want to ruin this ceremony for us and want to minimize the heroism of whoever the mystery defender is.
Quinn looked at everyone.
I swear, that's not the case. I'm the one who saved the portal from the 4 orcs.
But only Penelope believed him, and even her confidence was waning. Little did Quinn know behind the scenes that forces were aligning against him. Suddenly, the stage was rushed by security forces and police. Scarlet pointed to Quinn.
This is the one, officers. He's crazy. He wants supers killed. I heard him planning it.
Quinn could see what was happening. There was no use. He needed to get out of there, and fast. Quinn shrugged.
Fine. Arrest me.
Penelope ran to him.
No, Quinn, don't let them take you. You don't know what they'll do to you.
Across the stage, Scarlet laughed cruelly.
I knew you were nothing but a poor loser. I I was so right to dump you.
Just then, the chief of police stepped forward, handcuffs ready. But when he saw Quinn, he immediately recognized him. He lifted his arm to salute Quinn, but Quinn made a face and shook his head as if to say, "Not here, not now." Quinn wanted to come clean, but there was something strange happening, a surge of energy coming from all around him. No one else seemed to notice, but Quinn could feel it.
We've been looking for you.
A voice hissed in his head. Knowing everyone could be in danger, he stuck out his hands.
Go ahead. Cuff me, Chief. Get me out of here.
Quinn, what are you doing? You have to fight back.
Caught in the middle of it, the police chief did as Quinn told him. "You're coming with me." That's when Scarlet marched over to Penelope and got in her face.
Now that you don't have your knight in shining armor to protect you, I'm gonna make sure your life is living hell.
Penelope sobbed and looked at Quinn, who avoided her eyes and walked away with the cops. A chant erupted in the stadium, echoing through the stadium. "Liar! Liar! Liar!"
Your friends will die.
The voice echoed again. Quinn looked around at the crowd. The voices grew louder and louder in his head. A sensation of heat began to boil inside of him. He could feel his powers growing stronger and stronger. Whatever was coming, it was making his powers surge, and he was starting to lose control.
Chief, I need you to stand back.
He yelled, steam beginning to curl off his body. The veteran policeman looked at him strangely. "What?" The chief looked down at Quinn's handcuffs, which melted from his wrists. Quinn folded forward, groaning, his eyes glowing a bright red. He grabbed the chief by the shirt and growled, fangs beginning to elongate.
Get everyone out of here or they're all gonna die.
Before the chief could move, an explosion erupted, tearing the roof from the building. Screams echoed wildly as Beast landed hard, shaking the ground. Quinn growled.
You've made a big mistake.
One of the creatures stepped forward, holding Penelope by the neck.
Come with us, or she dies. They all die.
What do they want with Quinn? Why did he stop the police chief from revealing his identity? Did he save the world? Or was he the darkness everyone was warned about? Will Quinn fight the shadows or become part of them? To find out, listen to My Vampire System, the spellbinding hit web series, now streaming exclusively on the free Pocket FM app. Click to download the app and continue listening for free right now.